Hi, it's Jermaine from Bead Spider again. Today I'm making this gorgeous little pumpkin charm, which is perfect for Halloween. He's got a crystal belly. It's just done easily with beadwork, where you've got your beads around and some little leaves on top. I'll also show you how to make this little bail that you can use to hang it from a charm bracelet, from a necklace, or make a pair of earrings. So our kits are on the website if you'd like it, but let's begin. I've got all the things together before we begin, so I'll just run through it for you. Obviously some little thread cutters. I've got some round nose pliers. These are our conical ones. I've got chain nose pliers. These are the ones that are flat here. And I've got a beading needle. I've also got here what's called a jump ring opener, and I will show you how to use that. It's an optional extra, but it's a bit of fun. Beads, I've got Preciosa seed beads, size 10. I'm using Rainbow Pumpkin and a gorgeous green. I've also got here for the middle of my pumpkin these gorgeous Aurora Crystal. These are in 8mm. They're plain round, but they've got that gold fumed AB, which they're just gorgeous. You can use them in a 6mm for a smaller pumpkin if you wanted to. I've got some nice gold spider-on thread. I've got findings wise, because for this we can either make earrings or we could make a necklace. So obviously head pins and ear wires. These here, I've got silver ball chain, and there's two different ways to attach a clasp to the ball chain, and I'll show you both ways. You've got your little side culottes, which are a 2mm side culotte. We've got jump rings, and we've got a lobster clasp. That's one way. The other way, and this is a fun little product, is these little ball ends, and if you can see, they're like a little bean shape with cutouts, and the balls just fit in, and you can take the ball in and out. It's quite a fun, quick, easy way to make your necklace. So I'll show you also how to use that as well. So once you've got it all together, we'll begin. The first thing we're doing is I've got about 1 meter of thread. I'm using a slightly darker thread so you can see it more easily, although actually it looks nice too. And I've threaded my needle on. And I'm going to be working with the beads. The first thing I'll do is I'm going to thread on my 8mm bead and just leave it on the thread, and then I'll pick up 9 seed beads. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you were using a 6mm bead, then I would pick up 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'll bring them all down to the bottom here, and I'll just leave myself a small tail, you know, probably about 3 or 4 inches. And then I'm going to go back up through the bead and through all of these beads again. There we go. And then I'll pull them up. Okay, so now what will happen is they will go around that bead like that, and then my 2 threads are together, and I'm going to just tie a little knot here to keep them in place. So just an ordinary overhand knot, and what I'll do is I'll just go around twice. So whoops, I'll do that again. So just go over and through one more time, just to make it a double knot, and that will just hold my beads in place, and I don't have to worry about them. You can use this thread, this tail thread, around your finger if you want to have a bit of a purchase on the bead. And then we're going to continue picking up 9 beads. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This little pumpkin's nice and easy. 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm coming out of the top here. I'm going to go around to the bottom hole and go through that 8mm bead again. So now I've got another one. I'll hold it in place and I'll do another. And we're going to do this 9 times. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll just do this last one. There we go. From the bottom, straight up through the top. Pull it up, hold the beads and carry on. So I'll carry on doing this until I've got 9 on here. Okay, so this is my last one now. I'm just putting in my 9th little strand of beads. Now, you can put more if you want to. However, the reason I don't want to is because this bead underneath is so lovely that I actually want all that lovely crystal to shine through. So by having them, it also gives you like rungs of a pumpkin, which is fun. But I don't want to lose out on all that lovely sparkliness underneath. Now once I've got back up to the top, I'm just going to just tie another knot. Again the same. Go through once, go through twice. It's not really necessary, but I just like to be secure. Okay. So now there's our little pumpkin done, and now it's time to put some leaves on the top. Now I'm coming out of one of these little rungs, and I'm going to pick up 5 of the green beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to miss the end bead here, go around it and go through the second one, or the 4th bead. Bring up my thread. Okay, just get this tail out of the way. Okay, then I'll pick up 3 beads. 1, 2, 3. So this is my little leaf. I'm going to make 3 little leaves, and because we've got 9 around here, it'll work out perfectly. So I'm coming out of this rung here. I'm going to miss this rung, and then I'm going to go down the next rung here and go all the way down, and that will give me my little leaf shape. There it is. It's just like a little triangle, and then I'll carry on down through here to the bottom. That's it. There we go. And then I'm going to come up the next one, which is this next rung along, and I'm going to come up through here on the outside. This also firms up the rungs on the outside, which is nice. So I'll come up through all those beads. Get in there, little fellow. There it is. Okay, so now I'm up the top again. Yep. Okay, so now that's the first one done. The nice thing about these is they sit up a little bit too, which is fun. So then I'm going to now pick up 5 beads again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it down, miss this end one, go through this, the 3rd or the 4th one, sorry, which is the 2nd from the end. Bring it down. There we go. Pick up 3. 1, 2, 3. It's just a fun little project, this one, and not difficult. So I'm coming out of this rung, I'm missing this rung, whoops, and I'm going to go down this rung all the way down. And pull up my little leaf. Just pull it nice and firmly. See, then I've got my second one. Then I'll come around this side, and go down the rest of my rung. There we are. And then I'll come up the next rung. So I'm down here, and I'll be coming up here. So you can see, because there's 9 rungs, I have an equal set of 3. 3 threes are 9. So when I've finished, I'm going to have 3 cute little leaves on the top. So then up here, 1, 2, 3, and that's the top one. No, there's one more. There we go. And I'll now make my last leaf. So pick up 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bring it down, miss one, go through the second last, bring up my thread, pick up 3, 1, 2, 3, miss a rung, so miss this one and go down my last rung, which is this one here. There we go. Pull it up. Make sure I haven't got it caught. No, I haven't. So now I've got 3 cute little leaves on the top of my pumpkin. Just pull you up and make sure you're correct. That's right. Now I'm going to just come down here and I'm going to tie off my thread. So come down to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. And I'm just going to tie off my thread. Now I could tie another knot together. I could actually just tie these together, or I'll just slip under the thread here like this. Make a loop, take my needle through the loop, pull it up and make a knot. And I might even do that again. Go underneath. There we go. Oops, I'm getting myself all in a tither today. There we go. Underneath, through the loop, and pull up the loop. Then what I might do is just, I'll tie off this thread. I'll just maybe take it up here, a couple of beads. There you go. Tie a little knot at the side and then I'll cut it off. I mean, it's up to you how you weave it around and get rid of it. It's gone around so many times, it's not going to be a problem. If you do it between the beads, make sure that your thread is between the beads. There we go. And I'll just go through one more bead and I'll cut it off. There we go. Bring in my little cutters and just snip it off. Okay, now this one's been tied a few times. What you can do is put your thread, put your needle on the end and go up and tie a knot off the same way. So now I've got my little leaves. They're all sticking up, but that's fine because once I put my head pin on, they'll come out a little bit. So now I'm going to tie this off and then we'll come back and I will show you how to attach the head pin. So now I'll show you how to make our little pumpkin into a little pendant or a hanger for an earring. We'll be putting it on this head pin. The head pin has the flat end which will stop the pumpkin falling off, but to make sure it doesn't, I'm going to thread one little green bead on the end and then I'm going to find the hole of my little pumpkin and I'm going to thread my head pin through so that it comes out of the middle. So that's it there, and it gives me a cute little green bottom, and I've got my pin coming out of the top of the leaves. Now to make a loop here, to make my life easy, I'm going to give myself a little bit of a stalk and I'll pick up 3 little green beads, okay, and slide them down. These little leaves have a will of their own, but that's actually quite cute about them. So there we are. I've made myself a little stalk, and then I'm going to make a rolled loop so that it's perfect for a pendant or earrings. Now, you need to trim this, and oh, I forgot to tell you, you will need some cutters. So I'll just add that to the list. Sorry about that. So I'm going to cut it so that I've got about, what's that, about an inch or so, you know, give or take. Just cut off the end. There we go. And then all we're going to do is take our round nose pliers, like so. I've got it flush to the pliers, the wire. I've got the wire supported on my finger, and I'm just going to roll it and then reposition and roll. Now you see, as I come, I'm coming down just slightly to the side of the pin there, so you can see it's not touching this pin, it's coming to the side of it, and that will enable me to just keep rolling and rolling. And see, I'm just picking up, repositioning, picking up, repositioning, picking up, repositioning until I've gone all the way down. And then I've got this really nice little double loop here at the top, which will act as my my bail, but nothing will come off it when I put the chain on. And if you want to make it a little bit straighter, you can just give it a little tweak now so that it sits upright. So there we are. We've now got our little pendant made and ready to go. So the next thing to do is, if you would like to add earrings to it, you bring in your earring wire finding. Now you can see on the earring wire here, you have an open side and a closed side. I'm going to grab with these chain nose pliers the open side. I'm going to hold it on my finger. I like to use my finger, it gives me stability. And then I'm just going to lift it up, see, in a lifting motion. Then I can pop this little fella on, and then using the same reverse action, I'm going to hold it and I'm going to press down onto my finger and make sure that that's closed. And there's my little pumpkin earring finished. I'm going to show you now how to make a ball chain necklace, and we'll attach our little pumpkin to it. So I've got here the ball chain. This is a beautiful brass based chain, so it's extremely strong, and it's made of a series of little balls. And there's two different ways that you can deal with it. It comes in a whole range of colors. It's a really lovely chain. Now, because it's little tiny balls like this, we need to attach to the balls, and there's two ways of doing it. I have here, this is a little ball connector, and you can see it's got a tiny wee slot either side. It's a very small slot, and that's intentional. And if I pick it up, you can see there's a hole at the end. How it works, it's very easy. I'm going to slide this end ball through this slot to come out of the side of the chain. Now my fingers will probably get in the way, so that's why I'll explain to you. You literally just drop it in so that the last ball sits in. My fingers are probably going to obscure it. And then you just slide it across and then down. And you can see now that's attached beautifully. And of course you do the same on the other side, and you use this as your open and closure, because when you want to take it off, you literally just pop it straight back off again. So that's how you use that clasp. It's actually quite quick and easy, especially if you've got no jewelry experience at all. It's a great quick and easy clasp, and it's almost invisible, which is very nice. So that's one way. Now I'll show you another way. If you prefer a traditional clasp, this here is called a side culotte. Now it's a 2mm side culotte. It's very tiny, and it's perfect fit for this ball chain. What you do with it, if you can see, each of the sides has a little ring at the top, and it's like a clamshell, and you just bring the two sides together. So all you do is you lay your end ball inside the culotte like so, so it just sits in there. Come in with your pliers and just give it a gentle little squeeze and close it over, and hey presto, there it is. The two sides are together like so. And then once you've got that prepared, you then come in and you can thread a jump ring onto this. And I'll just open a jump ring. Now I'm going to open this one by hand, and you can use 2 sets of pliers, but if I show you, this is my jump ring opener, where you just pop it on your finger, especially if you're doing lots of them, it's great. Pick it up, pop it in, and then you can open, close, open, close. It's nice and easy and lots of fun. So I've got this opened. I then pick it up, and I literally, all I have to do is then pop this onto here. There it is. Oops. I can then slide on my clasp, and then I just come in either with my fingers or with my little ring and close it over like so. And there's my clasp all attached. All that's left for me to do now is to work out the length of my chain, and you can just measure it, 16, 18 inches, whatever it is that you like. Trim your ball chain when you're ready, just with your cutters. Slide on your little pumpkin, and then prepare the other end exactly the same way as I've just showed you. And there is your lovely little pumpkin necklace, all finished.